Welcome to my stone house kitchen here in Chillisauce, Cyprus. Today I'm making toasted apple chili sauce. So what I have here is I have the apples toasted. I toasted them, I put them under the grill for about 20 minutes, just kind of watching them. They've toasted nicely, and I've also kept the liquid. So I've put foil first and then the apples, so you can keep the liquid because we'll use that once we put everything in a blender. I have 2 large white onions. I've got some paprika. This is a local kind of paprika we get here. It almost looks like a chili. I'll add a picture so that you can see what it looks like. I also have 12 cloves of garlic. It's different sizes, some are big, some are small. It depends how much garlic you like. I love garlic, so I use a lot. And then I've got some dried chilies. I have a few big ones here, 7 big dried chilies. Then I also have some bird's eye chilies, which you can see here. These are incredibly hot, and I'm using 7 of these. So these will give more flavor, these will give more heat. And I'm also using the pips. When you're using chilies to make chili sauce, you can of course take out the pips, but if you want it hotter, then I would suggest you leave the pips in. I'm using dried chilies today because for some reason all the shops decided that it's not worth being open on Sundays during lockdown. So I'm using what I have. So I have dried chilies. And I'm actually using the paprika because it has quite a kind of a chili flavor. It's not spicy, but it will add that flavor which I'm losing by not using fresh chilies. Basically, I'm going to keep everything in the blender. I like it to be fresh and clean, so you don't have to cook it. I like to use simple ingredients. Here I've got some apple juice. So if we need to add more liquid, using a juice or water is really good for more sauciness. I have some apple cider vinegar, which is great for preserving it. And usually when I make chili sauce, it lasts ages. I mean, months. I've never made chili sauce that has ever gone funky, ever. I got some salt, pepper, chili spice, and also smoked paprika. And it's always important to add something sweet to your chili sauce so you balance the sweet and the sour, especially with the vinegar. So I'm using apricot jam. You can also use sugar if you like. And then I have wine, just, you know, to make things easier. So, I also have my jars, which I put through the dishwasher on like super hot. If you want to sterilize your jars, you can boil them, so you can put them in like boiling water. I find that just giving them a really hot wash is fine enough. And like I say, I've never had any of my chili sauces going funky. We'll see if we can fit everything in here, which probably we're not going to be able to, but we'll start with some. Then we'll put our garlic. I'm going to start blending this first because the blender is not huge. Need to get an industrial strength blender. I'm going to fill up the cup, but I'm only going to use half for now. That way we know how much we're using. So yeah, that's about half. Head over here to our blender. I'm going to be adding some of these apples in. So in this case, you can see that my blender is not going to fit everything. What I would do is I would put everything in a large pot, so everything will be mixed in the end. More stuff in here, but I'd rather just keep adding to the pot so that I can mix the rest of the sauce and be able to add everything. See, here's all the nice juicy bits that came out of the apple. I'm using these red sweet apples because they're very juicy and have lots of flavor. I'm also gonna cut these chilies a bit so it's easier for the blender to chop them. I'm gonna add a little bit more, the rest of the apple juice. I'm gonna add some more apple juice just so that make it easier to blend. And I'm going to put half a cup of apple cider vinegar. I find most vinegars work, just you can use white vinegar as well. The apple cider vinegar just gives it a bit more flavor. So just half a cup. I'm going to put a tablespoon of apricot jam for sweetness. I got some pepper here, so I want to put a teaspoon pepper. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of chili powder. That will also help for the heat since I'm not using fresh chilies. So if you are using fresh chilies, I would recommend, depending on how much heat you like if you're using bird's eye, you can use up to 20 for proper heat. If you prefer it on a lower scale, I'd probably use around 10. These teaspoons are heat, they're big teaspoons of chili, so I'm not being shy on that. And then smoked paprika, I'll put 1 teaspoon in of that to give it some smokiness to go with the toasted apple. And then salt. Salt will always enhance flavors. I would say that's about a decent sized teaspoon of salt. Blend it all together. So the color is already much better. Give it a taste. See. Woo! It's a kicker. So now I mix it all in here. So I have all my sauce in one place. Give it a bit of a stir. Show you what it looks like. You can smell it's really fresh. You can smell the apple and the chilies and the vinegar as well. And what's great about these sauces is that now they taste amazing, but tomorrow and the day after they just get better and better as they age. So it's another good reason to kind of keep them for a long time. I've got a few jars here, which I've been saving, which I'm going to fill up. Pour it into the jars. This recipe makes actually quite a lot. More, you can use more apples. If you want to make less, you can use less apples. I'll be filling all these and there'll still be quite a bit in the pot left. So that's it. There's our toasted apple chili sauce. simple ingredients, very easy to find. You can mix it up with what you like. If you, like I said, you know, if you like less garlic, if you like more garlic, if you like it less spicy. That's a great thing about chili sauce. It's very easy to make, and it lasts a very long time. So we haven't come up with a name for this one yet. If you liked what you saw here, post a comment under the video. Maybe give us a suggestion, and we will add it to our blog. It's called Chili Ninja, and I'll also add the link to the blog in the description as well. There's a lot of other recipes that we've done in the past, which you might find interesting. And if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Also, if you have any suggestions of ingredients that you'd like to see made in a chili sauce, feel free to comment, and we'll see if we can find it here and what we can do with it.